Welcome back to this already the final segment of today's Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Dr. Colleen Mullen, she is one of the official podcasters over there at priceofbusiness.com, and she's got a great interview about the book Otherhood, Modern Women Finding a New Kind of Happiness. It's an interview with the author Melanie Notkin. It's about the roles of women as aunts, not just as mothers. A different role for women. It's phenomenal. And so I want to encourage you to check it out over there at priceofbusiness.com. And I think it's phenomenal and very important information and an interesting way of looking at getting fulfillment in one's life. Also, we've got a great gift for you over there at priceofbusiness.com. It's from one of our excellent sponsors, Brilliant Energy. If you go to priceofbusiness.com, you'll see it there on the right-hand side, Brilliant Energy. Use the promotional code given there. Just click through, and you'll receive a $50 gift card for signing up for your home electricity. Let me tell you, I love Brilliant Energy. I've been using it now for a few months, and I really wish I had become a client of theirs way before now because very competitive rates. And very easy to sign up, one of the easiest I've ever worked with. And let me tell you, your energy bill, which you know what, you're going to be paying anyway, you do it through this, you're going to be helping the cause of, great business information and really, I think, a great conversation on liberty, which is a big part of the Price of Business show. So I want to encourage you to go over there to priceofbusiness.com, look over there on the right-hand side, click it, look around, see if it makes sense for you. I think it will. Also, excellent articles by Price of Business contributor Jane Henry, Goldman Sachs 10,000 small businesses program. Phenomenal program. Make sure you check that out. Jane Henry on Goldman Sachs program. Also, Financial Success Begins at Home, an article by Colleen Mullen, one of our official Price of Business contributors. And so that's what we got over there. And as far as news stories, I was noticing that the latest poll now has Donald Trump alone number one in the polling, with Jeb Bush a few points behind. And I'm telling you, Donald Trump continues to resonate, continues to really get traction out there. What do you think, Sigmund?
Yeah, well, it's just a circus, isn't it? Just a media circus. And I can't imagine that it's going to last. It's fun news to be able to provide, to say, hey, look, Donald Trump in the top of the pack. But I really don't think that we've yet gotten to the substantive part of the campaign process. And it'll be interesting to see if he continues this wave into the first debate and then see where it goes. But I just can't imagine that it's really going to stay that preferential or positive for Donald Trump.
I think the number one reason why Donald Trump is popular is because he's angry. I don't see that dissipating, either his anger or the anger of his voters, his supporters, between now and the primary season of 2016.
But these polls, they're very limited in terms of scope and sample size, and so he's up amongst a bunch of people that people really don't know anything about.
But that's the same argument losers always use when the polls aren't in their favor. They're always limited. Sure, they're always samples, but these are the tool they use to raise money.
Yeah, but Donald Trump is by far the best known person in that field, by far, because he's a celebrity. And so you're getting the celebrity kind of treatment.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Well, we'll see.
Because his negatives are off the chart. In spite of the fact his negatives are off the chart, they're 2 or 3 times higher than anyone else's. He's still the hottest candidate out there.
But again, people don't know any of the other candidates. Not really. I will say in his favor, because he is truly unafraid to say whatever he wants, there is a certain segment of the American population, actually a broad segment of the American population, that enjoys kind of that, hey, you don't like this? You don't like this? You talking to me? You don't like this? Well, here's what you can do with that. Sit and spin, buddy.
Yeah.
They do like that. And he's had, how many feuds has he had with, like, Rosie O'Donnell and you name it? But, I mean, he can't be taken too seriously. He wants Oprah to be his running mate.
Yeah, and I think that's obviously going to be refined over time.
And
obviously.
but that's my point, though, Kevin. The more people get to know him, and the more kind of ratcheted down it gets towards the election process and the primary process, the more serious things become, the less serious he's going to look as a candidate.
Yeah, we'll have to see. All I know is that he's only popular because he's angry. And I don't see him becoming less angry, nor his constituents.
Right.
And I think we do have low information voters. And I do think he's completely on the job training here.
You and I have both talked about it before, that we don't elect a president, we elect a class president. We elect based on popularity rather than, real. Look, Barack Obama never would have gotten elected. He had no real experience. So experience doesn't matter.
Yeah, you look at the
Executive
paper and it's like
matter.
you look at the if you look at Obama versus McCain on paper, it's laughable. It's laughable. It's hilarious.
Or even Mitt Romney. I mean, even though he was a governor of a state.
Yep.
He was a very, very financially successful businessman, and he still couldn't touch Barack Obama. So, of course, he was an incumbent at the time. But had instead of McCain run in 2008, had it been Mitt Romney, it wouldn't have been any different. Barack Obama still would have won. So, I mean, we're at the point now where it's more of a popularity contest. And I think Jeb Bush, out of all of them, is the one who's the most PO'd at Donald Trump's numbers.
I would think so. Absolutely, because I guarantee you Bush is paying a lot more for fewer numbers. Because Donald's just, basically doing, PR work.
But he's also raised no money. That's the other thing, is Trump's raised no money. So, there's going to come a time where things are going to have to, put up or shut up. And if people aren't going to support him with their money, I don't think he's got as much as he says he does. First of all, I think he's like the bloviating P.T. Barnum of our generation. So we'll see.
All right. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to have much more for you. Do want to remind you the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. And the best content here shows up over there at usdatareview.com. Have a great day and spend it right here.